going to record this because there are going to be several announcements about contests and ways to earn your way to the Atlantis. And so we've got a lot of exciting things that we want to share with you. And the first thing that I want to do, if you have not already seen the video, I'm going to run through the final Orlando agenda very quick. And so I'm going to do this, and then we're going to bring Corey on to talk about our Well Life Challenge winners. But if you did not see the video, I put out a video a couple of days ago. It will be in the app, it's in the back office, it's on the YouTube channel. We've got some final details that are very important for you. I'm going to go through this very quickly because the video is online on the YouTube page. I encourage you to go watch it immediately. But the most important thing is that the golf details are finalized. It is going to be Friday, August 8th. There was a typo on the slide in the video recording, but I definitely described when it's taking place. So just keep that in mind. We put that the registration needed to be in by Friday, but we're actually extending it until tomorrow. I know several of you have already RSVP'd. I saw several people already paid for their tee times. We have a couple of very big name NFL players that played, had illustrious careers, that are committed to going to be, they're members and they're going to be playing with us. So it's going to be an awesome day. I'm going, a lot of our top leaders are going, but here's what we need from you. You've got to go to brightlifegear.com tonight and pay your green fee. If you do not pay your green fee by tomorrow, we cannot get you into the golf event. Okay, so this is super time sensitive. Got to make sure you tell everybody on your team. This could be an incredible opportunity for you to recruit and prospect. If you have anybody within 3 or 4 hours of Orlando, I would invite them and pay for the golf. The golf is only $149. That includes tax, your cart fee, and your green fee to play an exclusive course where they've had a PGA event is a huge deal. And so this is going to be an awesome opportunity. So I would highly suggest using this as a recruiting tool and invite your guests, offer to pay the $149. They have no idea what the cost is, but it's going to seem like it's a lot more than $149. So if you can offer to pay for somebody's round of golf to come play with the top leaders of Bright Life and some NFL players, this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, an incredible golf course where they've had a PGA event and get a chance to play with some former NFL greats. So very special opportunity, but you've got to book your green fee, pay it. You can go to brightlifegear.com and pay it tonight. It's got to be done by tomorrow. We also put the hats and the polo shirts, the polos and the hats for golf. We put them half off in the store, so they'll be half off this week, so you can order them for the golf round. We'd love to have everybody in Bright Life swag so we can take some photos. We're going to have our videographer, our photographer there. We're going to have a drone there. This is going to be incredible footage that's going to be used on all of our media, all of our websites, and so trust me, you want to be there. You cannot afford to miss this. And then after the golf event, we've got 2 different opportunities for you to serve at Clean the World. We've got a 1 to 3 and a 3 to 5. But once again, you've got to RSVP at concierge@brightlife.com if you want to participate. Another opportunity, we're going to have our photographer, videographer, a drone there. Incredible footage. We're working on making some awesome social media videos and videos that will be in the new contact management system. So if you want to get your face on the videos and all of the Bright Life content that's going to be going live on our website over the next few months, you definitely want to be at all of these events. And then Friday night, we're having a pre-party at my favorite DJ's bar in Orlando. It's called the Palm Tree Club. It is co-owned by Kygo, who's one of the top DJs in the history of electronic music. We have an area reserved for dinner at 7:30. So this is our pre-party before the event starts on Saturday. And so you must RSVP again, concierge@brightlife.com. And then the after party for that Friday night after dinner, anybody can come. It's open to everyone. You do not have to RSVP, but we'd love for you to let us know if you're coming at the Palm Tree Lounge, which is upstairs. They've got drink specials for us all night. And then, of course, Saturday, the day we've all been waiting for at the Hyatt Regency. And the agenda is 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Notice that one change. We will have a lunch break during the day. And we've got incredible guest speakers. David Hughes is going to be dropping some gold on real estate, what he's learned in his illustrious career in real estate and also sales. He's a member. He's been a founding member since before we launched. And so he's excited about sharing with you. Louis Pinto is flying all the way from Asia to speak to us again about AI. Incredible value there. He charges thousands of dollars for this training. He's doing it for us for free. He's also a member. And then Gary King is coming over from Tampa. He ran all of Tony Robbins' events for over 3 decades. An incredible individual who they're talking about making a documentary about his life. That's how amazing he is. I could literally go on for hours about this guy. An incredible opportunity. And he has spoken on all of Tony's stages. So incredible, incredible opportunity to hear him. And then my good friend coming in from Nashville, Chris Robinette, who's one of the most brilliant investors I've ever met, a real investor, not a crypto bro. He's going to talk about the market. He's going to talk about the economy. He's going to talk about why we're in such a good place with Bright Life. And you can't even get into him as a client. He's got a waiting list of people to get into him. So incredible value there. And then the after party of the event is going to take place on Saturday night. There's multiple restaurants at Point Live, Orlando. And then we're all meeting up at the Shark Bar at 10 p.m. Drink specials all night for Bright Life. We've got a special area reserved, going to be amazing. And then Sunday, we're going to Epic Universe. The tickets for Epic Universe will go on sale this week. So you're going to get alerted when those tickets go on sale. We're finalizing the number of people that are going to be at the event. So what that means is if you have not bought your ticket for the Orlando training, we will not have a ticket for you for Sunday, okay? Because we are basing the Sunday head count off of how many people have bought tickets for Saturday. So if you have not bought your ticket for Saturday, you are not going to get a ticket with the group for the Epic Universe. So it's very important that you log on tonight, log into the app, click the fire icon, book your ticket for the conference because we are finalizing our order for the Epic Universe tickets based on what our head count is for the training on Saturday. So please make sure you tell everybody on your team we are going to be closing ticket sales next week for the event, but we're closing ticket sales for Epic Universe if you want to be part of our group this week. Okay, so very important to understand that. We want to have you there. We're setting up a special deal where we're going to have an agenda where we're going to be able to meet for lunch and hang out. So you definitely want to be part of this as well. And if you've not already seen it, we've got new logos up in the Bright Life Facebook group that you can post on social media. We're asking everybody to share this on their social media profile and also on their cover and post it on Instagram. So we've got the long one, which you see right here, which is for your poster on your Facebook background on your cover. And then we've got the square one for your profile. I can't change my profile, or I would because I'm verified. So I can't change my profile picture because I'm verified on all social media, but everybody else is doing it. I've added it on my poster on all my pages. I posted it on my personal Instagram page. So you want to go grab these photos off the Facebook group and post these everywhere you can so that people will be noticing it and they'll ask you about it. It could be a great way for you to get some additional excitement because you haven't heard anything yet. We're giving away more trips to the Atlantis. But before I talk about that, I want to bring on our Director of Physical Wellness, Corey Sanders. Corey has done an incredible job with the Well Life program. He's brought tremendous value. He's gone above and beyond coaching, answering questions, answering all of y'all's questions. If you have not used Corey, if you've not asked him questions, if you've not been reading his posts, if you've not been getting on his calls, you are totally missing out. His next call is tomorrow night, and we are launching a new challenge, and we're going to make it only 30 days. So, a 30-day challenge will basically get you to Orlando, and we are going to be giving away a trip, a hotel stay for two to the Atlantis. And tomorrow night, we're going to give you all of the details on the new challenge tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And so Corey will be leading that call, brightlifewellness.com. But without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the man, the myth, the legend, Corey Sanders. He is going to officially recognize our winners of the 45-day Well Life Challenge. Thank you, Corey, for everything you've done. I'm going to let you take it away.
All right, Wes, thank you so much. This is very exciting because there was so much energy and just so much consistency, throughout this contest, and I really appreciate everybody for really being dialed in and really doing their best. Now, this challenge was really is an intense challenge because it's 45 days, and there was a multiple things that you had to do to stay in it, and so some people will miss. Uh, they would not put the right subject in title into the email, or some people will post too late, or some people just forget to do certain things, and so anything will eliminate you from this. And it was very intense because this was a very costly contest. We have multiple winners, and every winner who got past the finish line got awarded 1,000 travel dollars. And so this had to be kind of intense. And so we put a lot of things in place to make sure everybody who got across the finish line really earned it. So just want to really just shout out just for Wes, just for the vision. Him and I, talk often about, how do we keep, the company, on track with, just being your best, not only with the business, but how could we invest in you, and so you can really, when you step out and you're with your team or your own vacation, that you're at your best. Like there's nothing that we're not giving you access to for you to be your best. Now you got to take that and make something out of it, but we're wanting to give you everything we can so you can be your best. And so thank you so much for everybody who was a part of this and everybody who stayed on track with this. So the winners now. With the winners, I know some people with your account, you signed up your mom or your auntie or your sister, and that's fine too. It could be only one winner per account, okay? And so basically, we had Tammy. Tammy came across the finish line, so yay to Tammy. Jocelyn Stokes, Tammy Schaefer, Jocelyn Stokes came across the finish line. George Edwards and his whole crew, they came across the finish line. Ron and Addison Miller, they was all one team, one group. They daughter and father. Laura Peterson, Christian Wynn, Bill Doyle, and Darlisa Wood was the ones who we had 8 people who kind of got across the finish line who would get the $1,000. Now, like Wes told you, tomorrow we do a bi-monthly wellness call. We do it on the first and third Monday of every month. And so tomorrow we'll be talking about Atlantis giveaway. And so we just want to really encourage you to show up on that call kind of early. We're gonna start right on time at 8 p.m. and I'll be talking to you about really the details of this Atlantis giveaway, and then telling you tomorrow we're going to talk about what does it take to stay ahead of the game. And so basically we'll talk about the preparation it takes, what to prep, when to prep it, what do you need to do to be ready so you don't make bad choices throughout your week, throughout the month to stay on track. So tomorrow I'll give you a lot of helpful information and tips just that's happening in the industry right now with people who've been in health and wellness for some time now. But some people they relapse. They get to a place where they start to move backward and not being able to see the results fully because they're going back to bad habits. And so, what are the ways you could stay prepare? What are some of the ways you could stay in the game and not allow yourself to take steps back? So I want to give a few testimonies. First thing first, what I want to do is I want to give a shout out to Kristen Wynn. She had a before and after picture that I'm going to show real quick, and then I want to give Bill Doyle and Ron Miller just an opportunity to talk about just a small testimony of what this challenge meant to them, what they got out of it, what it took to be consistent. And so you give me a few seconds here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to allow you to see the before and after. Kristen was very, I mean, I saw her, she was getting up at she was getting up very early in the morning and working out at 5 and doing a lot of great things with her with a crew. And so let me show you this real quick. So this is Kristen. I hope everyone can see this. She sent me this, and basically, some of her bloating, she lost a lot of body fat percentage. She had a lot of energy. She really said that, man, this was so beneficial for me. She said it really helped me just turn the page. And so, to me, this is big because, I work with people every day who somehow was on track 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and somehow because of life and the busy schedule, they just got off track and they needed just an extra boost, right? So this 45-day challenge wasn't just a contest, but it was a way for some people to get their life back, to get their health back, to get back in the game. And so shout out to Kristen. She got back in the game, man. She's feeling it now, and now you can see her post. She's still with it. Like she's getting up early in the morning. She's limping. She's eating well. She's reaching out to me, asking me different questions and stuff. So shout out to her. All of the things that she's doing. And again, at Bright Life, what we want to do, we want to be a resource for you to be your best. We want to give you everything at your disposal to be your best. And so right now, what I want to do, I'm gonna stop sharing this real quick, and I want to just make Bill Doyle. I want to make him a co-host real quick, and I think I know how to do this. Let me see. I think I know how to do this.
I got it.
Yep.
He's good.
You good? Okay. All right.
Hey, Corey.
So Bill, really quick, this won't be long, but first of all, I want to thank you, buddy, just for, sometimes, I know it's tough to be consistent, and sometimes it's tough to really do the same thing day in and day out. But a lot of people want to know what is success, and success is doing the things you need to do day in and day out. Like there's a repetition, there's a consistency, and it's like those daily habits is what measure up to giving you that success. So basically, really quick, I just want you to talk about, just tell people about the 45-day challenge, what it meant to you, how did you benefit from it, and just really, man, what it took to stay consistent.
Love to. I mean, it's an understatement, I think, to say it's been life-changing for me. I had back surgery 4 years ago. I had my leg was numb. Took a couple of years for it to stop being numb. There's still some there. I really haven't been a workout person. And you know, I I was doing yard work, was feeling totally winded, just doing very simple things. But it still wasn't enough to change me in this challenge. The travel dollars incentives was helpful, but I was needing accountability and I needed a plan. And Corey, I started hoping that this would change me so that I would be somebody who would stop making excuses for not working out. And so as I was going through the 45-day challenge, I started waking up early, looking forward to going out. I rode my bike most days. Today, if the challenge continued, today's day 55. I'm continuing to do it, and I continue to wake up early. And it has fundamentally changed the way I look at exercise and taking care of myself. And I mean, I've got a lot more to say, but I know I need to be short. I'm just super grateful. And if this challenge hadn't come along as it did when it did, I'd probably still be making excuses and be in a dangerously out of shape place. So thank you, brother. I am very, very grateful.
Yeah, well, thank you, Bill, and thank you for the testimony. I think so much of our story is happened, it happened because we need to share it to be able to help somebody else. You know, some of the things we go through, some of the things we overcome, some of the things that has inspired us, it was meant for us to really to tell it to others. And thank you for really just being vulnerable and just talking about your experience before, you know, back surge and all these things. And you know, this is what it's about, you know, really taking time to invest in every person that's in our business so they can be their best. And I thank you just for taking the time and taking it serious and pushing through. And man, congratulations to the $1,000. I hope you use it well. And yeah,
Well,
man,
there we go.
keep
Let me
it
say
good.
one more thing,
Yeah,
because my wife would regularly get worried about me doing stuff, yard work and things like that. I mean, she would always be worried. Her dad died mowing the yard, and she was very worried about me. And she doesn't say things like that anymore because she's seen how much it is helped me and how it has brought my level of getting into shape. I got a long way to go.
yeah,
I want to get stronger. I want to get more stamina,
yeah,
but I'm different.
yeah, yeah.
Very grateful.
Well, I tell you what, this from the bottom of my heart, from Wes, from the whole corporate team, hey man, you know, if you need anything, reach out. I'm
Will
here.
do.
I'm here for you, and I want to see you continue. And that's it. None of us are perfect. None of us are killing it, but it's we get up every day, we fight the good fight, and that's all we can do, you know.
Yeah.
And so, thank you for doing that, brother, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I want one more testimony. We're going to go with Ron Miller. Let me see. Is I know Ron should be here. So let me get
I
Ron
got
on
him.
here. Okay, you got Ron. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
How are you guys?
I doing well, buddy. How you doing?
Good. Been driving 6 hours from the north woods of Wisconsin. Had a
Well, thank
long weekend.
Well, thank you for having a little time with us. I reached out to your daughter. I said, man, ask your dad, could he give a smaller testimonial on his journey and how how the 45-day challenge changed his life and what did you get from it? And so yeah, man, you don't have to be long, but just want to hear, your journey and what it meant to you and how did you benefit from
When Wes and everyone put this and yourself put this program out, I thought this is going to be a really good reason to quit drinking soda all the time and get my butt off the couch. And I printed off all 45-day sheets one day in my office and checked them off every day and really got into a routine. And probably kicking my soda habit was the best thing I've done. And I'm not going to lie, it was pretty hard, especially over birthdays and 4th of July and Father's Day. And but I got it done. And I, it was hard, but it was well worth it. I had to add a hole in my belt and feel like my face is thinned down a little bit. So it's been good.
Well, awesome, man. That's I saw a lot of your posts, and I saw your daughter look like she was motivating you at the same time, man. Like she every time you post, she was riding up with you, and I think is so inspiring. Where when you can do something that can really change a generation, right? You know, it's like, man, like I'm not just doing this for me, but I really want health and wellness to be part of my legacy. I want my family to be healthy, and I want my family to kind of take this and make it a lifestyle. And so, yeah, thank you for modeling that. And you both
Absolutely.
you both finished strong, and yeah, and also too, just the consistency pushing through. I knew that it kind of got annoying sometimes posting on the story. But when other people saw like, man, I don't feel like it today, but they see you and Delissa, and they saw and they see Tammy post on their channel, like, wow, they still doing it. I want to do it too. So the story post was really motivation to let people know, like, you're not in this alone. Like, there's other people that's out here doing the same thing. And so thank you for being consistent and keeping one foot in front of the other, man. We appreciate you. And like I said, from the bottom of my heart, from the corporate team, man, if you ever you need anything, keep reaching out. And tomorrow night, I'm looking forward to talking about the Atlantis giveaway as well.
We really appreciate it. We had a good time. Went on a lot of family walks together. It was fun.
Awesome, awesome, man. Well, again, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you for taking the time, talking a little testimony, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Anytime. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Awesome job, Corey. Thank you so much, man, for everything you've done. I know you've been on daddy duty with the new baby, and so you've been going above and beyond. So we appreciate you and appreciate everything that you've put in. And we've had a lot of people get tremendous results from your coaching and from your mentorship. And so we're looking forward to the new 30-day challenge that'll be starting this week that you're going to talk about tomorrow night. So make sure you guys go and tune in live to the Zoom tomorrow night to get all the details about the new contest, about the new 30-day challenge. Go to brightlifewellness.com, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central tomorrow night. That is Corey's call that he does twice a month, first and third Mondays. And so he'll be announcing the details of the new 30-day challenge and the details of how you can win a trip for two, a stay for two at the Atlantis Resort. So excited to hear about that. Thank you, Corey, for everything, and congrats to all the winners. Incredible job, very inspiring. And if you didn't see the post, a lot of the posts are tagged on our Bright Life Instagram page. You can see everybody's progress there. And so what I'm going to do now is announce the new contest, the new giveaway, and then we've got a little tweak to our existing contest. So the first thing I want to do is I want to tell everybody that we want you at the Atlantis. But of course, we want you in Orlando first. So Orlando is the focus. And so we definitely don't want to take away from Orlando and what Orlando means. But we want to start giving trips away to the Atlantis starting now in an effort to drive sales going into Orlando. Because as you all know, you don't want to go to Orlando empty-handed. You don't want to be there by yourself. The biggest mistake that I ever made in my entire career was every time I was at every event in my previous company, I would always think about the people who weren't there. And it was the mistake of not getting everyone there that should have been there. And so it's up to you to promote Orlando and get people registered, because remember, if they're not registered for the event, they're not going to have a ticket reserved for them for Epic Universe. We're not going to have enough room for them at all of the parties and the after parties. And if you don't get your tee times paid for by tomorrow, you're not going to be able to participate in a once-in-a-lifetime golf opportunity. So there are a lot of things to focus on, a lot of things to pay attention to with deadlines. But we're adding one more thing, because what we're going to do is we're going to give away a hotel stay for two, okay? And so there are a couple of rules to this contest. Number one is that you must be present on the Zoom for the drawing. You do not have to be a member, but you do have to be 21 years of age. The trip is non-transferable, it's non-sellable, it's 4-hour trip, October 30th through November 2nd. And what we're going to do is every Zoom this week, so starting tonight, and that's why we posted this earlier and told you to invite, every person that gets on the Zooms tonight, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night is going to go into a drawing. And at the conclusion of Thursday night's Zoom, so we're going to build towards Thursday, and Thursday is going to be the finale. So everyone who registers and gets on the Zooms. Now, here's the deal. We're going to take the list at the end of the Zoom. So each night, we're going to see who stayed on through the whole Zoom. And if you stayed on through the whole Zoom, members and guests, everybody is eligible. Okay. So the Zooms are starting tonight. Okay. So it starts in 30 minutes exactly. Every guest and member who gets on the Zoom gets a chance in the drawing. So if you get on the Zoom tonight, that's one chance in the drawing. If you get on the Zoom tomorrow night, that's another chance in the drawing. If you get on the Zoom on Tuesday, that's 3 chances in the drawing. If you get in the Zoom on Thursday or Wednesday, that's 4. Then Friday, that's 5. So you'll have 5 chances in the drawing. So if you get on the Zooms every night this week, and here's the thing, what an incredible way to get guests on the Zooms, because every guest that gets on a Zoom this week is going into the drawing for a hotel stay for 2 people, 2 adults at the Atlantis when we go in October. So you don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to be present to win, and you have to be 21 years of age. So we're going to take the list each night. And so you can start inviting now. You've got 30 minutes to invite. We want these Zooms to be the biggest Zooms we've ever had. When we did some Atlantis giveaways back in December, we had the biggest Zooms we've ever had. So we're hoping to do that exact same thing again. So get everybody you can on the Zooms, because all guests are going into the drawing. But remember, they've got to come back on Thursday night. All roads lead to Thursday, because Thursday night at the conclusion of the Zoom is when we're going to spin the wheel and give away the hotel stay for 2 people to the Atlantis, October 30th through November 2nd. But on top of that, we have an additional way to win the other contest that started on June 21st. Now, 2 things that you need to pay attention to. We are going to extend that contest 1 more week. So originally it was June 21st to July 26th. Now the contest will end on August the 1st. So at midnight Texas time, midnight Central, August 1st, when we close commissions for the week, that is when the contest is going to end. But here's a twist, okay? You've been seeing the list, and now what we're going to do is we're going to start posting the list with the number of points that people have. So the list you're going to see circulated this week, and we're going to start sharing it every day. So every day it's going to get shared in the Facebook group. So you're going to see where you're at. But here's what we're doing. Starting today, all sales that go in from today until the contest ends, you get to count as 2. So that means if you sign up 5 people this week, that's 10 points, okay? Now, up until this point, every personal enrollment counted as 1, all right? But for the last 2 weeks of the contest, every personal enrollment counts as 2. But here's another twist. Everybody who signs up for the Orlando event gets automatic 4 points. So that's the same thing as signing up 2 people in the last 2 weeks. So if you get your ticket for Orlando, you're going to get 4 points. For every person that you personally enroll, you're going to get 2 points. We're going to post the standings every day on the Facebook group. We're going to post them in the back office. You're going to be seeing the standings starting tomorrow. So you're going to know how many sales you need to make to get a trip for 2. Now remember, that trip is round trip airfare for 2, plus $500 spending money, plus the Atlantis trip for 2. And we're giving away the top 10 prizes, okay? So this is an incredible opportunity. All bets are off. Anybody can win. Even if you just signed up today, you can still win. So a lot of ways to earn your way to the Atlantis. You can earn your way to the Atlantis with the 30-day challenge with Corey. You can win a trip in the drawing on Thursday night just by getting onto the Zooms this week. And you've got more chances to win the all expenses paid trip to the Atlantis starting today. So round 2 of the contest, we're extending it. We've got 2 twists. Buy a ticket to Orlando, get 4 points. Every member that you enroll from today until the contest ends counts as 2 points. All of the sales that were made from June 21st until today count as 1 point. So the standings are going to be updated tomorrow at the close of business. You're going to see where you stand, and you're going to see what you need to do to earn your way to the Atlantis, all expenses paid. So thank y'all so much for getting on tonight. We are recording this. We're going to post it. We don't normally do that, but we've got so many announcements and all of these contests. We want to get the word out. And so we will be posting this immediately tonight. So this video will be posted. So make sure you share it with your team. For all of our international members, get it to your team so that you can be eligible for the contest as well. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Congrats to all the Well Life Challenge winners. We've got a special edition recognition next week. So back here Sunday night, same time, same place for a special exciting round of recognition, since tonight was a focus on Well Life. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you same time, same place next week. brightlifenews.com, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern every Sunday night.